So in this video, I'm going to show you how to play the three different inversions: root position, first inversion, second inversion, and we're going to do major, minor, diminished, and augmented triads. So I would say the easiest way to do this is to start with your major triad, and to do the major triad, you need to know the combination of whole and half steps that make up the major 5-finger scale. So remember, everything is always altered from the major scale. Okay, so if we just take a C major triad, I'm going to take the root, the third, and the fifth of my C 5-finger scale, right? Whole step, half step, whole step, root, third, fifth. And the easiest way to do this in all 12 keys, is just to move up chromatically. So each step moves up a half a step. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find my minor triad. I'm going to start on C. So here's my major triad. Remember, everything is altered from the major. I'm going to make it minor by lowering the third. Okay, now I have my C minor triad. All I have to do is just move it up, every single note up a half step. Same thing with diminished. Okay, so here's my major triad. Make it minor by lowering the third, make it diminished by lowering the fifth. Okay, and we're going to just move it up by half steps. Okay, and then the last one, we're going to do augmented. So we have the root, the third, and the raised fifth, the sharp 5. My C augmented chord, and I'm just going to move each note up a half step, go through all 12 keys. Okay, so now I'm going to do the inversions. So I have root position, which has the name of the chord, C, on the bottom. Everything is stacked in thirds, if you look at it written on the staff. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to have the third of the chord on the bottom. So we have the third, the fifth, and the root. Okay, we're going to do all the major triads. So starting with C major, first inversion, and I'm just going to move everything up in half steps. Okay, let's go back. So we have our first inversion triad. We're going to make it minor by lowering the third. Remember, the third is now on the bottom, the lowest note. Here's my C minor first inversion triad. I'm going to move it up in half steps. Okay, so now for minor, right, major, minor, now we're going to make it diminished, lowering the fifth now. So I have the third and the fifth lowered, my root is still the same, C. Bring it up in half steps. Yep, that's it. And then I'm going to make a C augmented triad in first inversion. Okay, here's my third, fifth, and root, and the fifth is raised a half a step. Okay, now I'm going to go to second inversion, do the same thing. So here's root position, first inversion. Second inversion has the fifth of the chord on the bottom. Okay, we still have C, E, and G. Right, so second inversion, all the major triads. Here we go, moving up in half steps. Okay, back here. Now I'm going to make it minor. So second inversion, these are minor second inversion triads. Starting in C minor. Okay, lowering the third, and just moving up in half steps. Let's go back here. Here's our minor chord. We're going to make it diminished by lowering the fifth. Okay, so we have the lowered third and the lowered fifth, and our root is here in the middle now. Okay, here we go. Moving up in half steps. one is we want to go to augmented, so reverting back to major, raising the fifth, which is now on the bottom, and these are second inversion augmented triads. Starting with C, and we're just going to move up half steps. I went past what I needed to do, but yeah, there you go. So that's how you find all the triads in root, first and second inversion, in major, minor, diminished, and augmented qualities. So hope that helps.